Welcome to the show. In part one of a two-part interview, South African boxer Francois the White Buffalo Botha shares his thoughts on a tumultuous career in the professional ring, including his upcoming fight against New Zealand's Joseph Parker. Well, Francois, didn't expect to see you in the middle of Invercargill at this time of the year. What brings you to town?
Well, we're promoting the next fight for Buffalo against the baby Joseph Parker, as I call him. And we've been doing a roadshow. And I think we visited about probably 11, 12 cities already.
Right. And is this all around New Zealand? Just reminding people what's coming out, getting them excited about it?
Yes, it's awareness. I mean, these guys, Dean Lanigan and Higgins, the guys from Duco Events, doing a tremendous job about promoting this fight.
Right. Remind us of the date so we can all write it down.
That is 15th of June. Right. So, Buffalo is going to come and he's not going to take any chance. It's going to be bullet and gun smoke. I'm going to just take the baby Joseph out.
Is this instead of a rematch with Sonny Bill, or perhaps as well as?
You know what, let me tell you, Sonny Bill Williams, he's scared of a buffalo. He doesn't want to swim with a buffalo anymore. Because remember I said, if he can't swim, I'm going to take him to a deep water. If he can't swim, he's going to drown. Clearly he doesn't want to swim with me anymore because he's afraid of drowning. And there's a big thing about the rematch in December in South Africa, and I didn't want me to do these fights with baby Joseph and the other fights, but I said, listen, you know, Buffalo's getting older, and I'm not going to wait, you know, because I know what's going to happen. Come December, Sonny Bill Williams is going to claim he's got a shoulder injury because of a rugby, and then what? Buffalo lost the whole year, and then I mean, listen. I lost the whole year and I lost the opportunities. And Sonny Bill, I can tell you now what I want to do. He's going to stay away from boxing for now. And then when Buffalo retire, then he's going to sneak back and try.
That's a good theory anyway. Yeah. Well, let's just reflect briefly on that fight for us. And I know you've been asked this 1,000 times before, but put the record straight. When did you know that the fight was going to be shortened?
Beginning of the last round, that they said. I was, you know, and I gave an example, but I'm just going to say, as a fighter, you always want to finish strong, and that's how even I teach my kid, and the way I train. I said, listen, we're going to finish strong. We're going to do 8 rounds, and we're going to do 10 rounds. We're going to eat the bag. We're going to do this, but every round we pick up a pace. We pick up a pace, and I said, you got to finish strong. That's the main thing. It doesn't help you to start early and you can't finish. We want to finish strong, and that's where I was planning. And not only that, I heard the rumors that he's going to play for time. So I knew, okay, he's only been past 6 rounds. So I knew that, listen, okay, let's see if the boy can swim when I let him go. Right. And sure enough, in the deep water, he couldn't swim, he was drowning. Boom, and they plucked him out.
Okay, well, that's great to hear what your plan is. It wasn't just make it up as you go. You had a distinct plan for him.
Of course, I was gonna just finish him. I mean, listen, in the 10th round, when they told me it was the last round, 10th round, he was out. He was dead. Right. I mean, I could have probably just pushed him. Then the referee probably upped him too, because to take a point, it saved him 15 seconds. It took 15 seconds to deduct the point, if you look at the clock.
All right, well, let's look ahead, though. Yeah. What do you know about our boy Parker? Because we're excited about his potential, but you wouldn't have seen much of him, would you?
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I've seen, you know, and I'm going to play it in the media the same way. In the South African media, in the media round that's following this fight, I'm taking the preparation that Sonny Bill, when he was preparing for me, he used baby Joseph as sparring. And even there you can see baby Joseph is a better fighter. But I'm going to play it like this, and I'm going to use baby Joseph's excellent amateur background, and basically just saying, listen, this is a much better fighter than Sonny Bill Williams, and the Buffalo is taking it very serious. He's going to go home, he's going to train hard, he's going to come back in dark shape, because if I'm not in dark shape, then baby Joseph might spank me. But I'm going to teach baby Joseph a lesson, and I'm going to get past baby Joseph. After baby Joseph, I'm going to catch even a bigger fish. Your man David Tua, come and get the Buffalo after baby Joseph.
Okay, well, that's a good plan.
Yeah.
Over how many rounds are we going to fight Parker?
No, Duco Events, very, very honourable people, very professional, and I know that there won't be any of this nonsense involved, so match fixing and doping issues. So I know it's 8 rounds, and I'm prepared for 8 rounds, but Buffalo's not going 8 rounds. I'm going to jump, and I told baby Joseph, I said, listen, remember when that bell ring, You'll learn there. You never, Papa and Mama can't come and help you. Your mommy and daddy. I'm gonna stampede over you. He's gonna feel the buffaloes here to fight.
You call him baby because he's young enough to be your son, isn't he?
He's younger than my son. I think my son is 23, maybe Joseph's 21. So yeah, it's no disrespect to him, but yeah, it's a baby for me.
It's the way it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you were once a baby. Let's just talk about your boxing career. How early in your life did that start?
6 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, I was 6 years old. We had the activities in school where rugby's always been a part, rugby and cricket. And my dad wanted us to do something outside of school activities.
Not rugby in South Africa? Not a rugby temptation, a big prop?
No, I was. Actually, my positions that I played was inside centre, outside centre and fly half.
Don't know nowhere near the forwards.
No, I was a skinny lad. But the thing is, every time that you had to go for your province, your colours. In boxing, when every time I had to go for rugby, rugby and then the boxing clashed, and eventually I had to make a choice, which one I'm gonna take, and I chose boxing, and clearly today I can be sorry about it, the choices that I made, but yeah, a lot of times, the Sharks place is in my area now, where a lot of times I'm thinking of maybe I should go and just help these guys out, They can't catch the balls properly or what, I gotta do maybe some training. But yeah, it's different, but I'm happy that I chose boxing.
At what stage of your life did you think it could be a job?
After my injuries, because I was a good amateur, I had a lot of amateur fights, over 200. Right. I had over 40 titles that I won as an amateur. I received my colours twice for my country, and I won my interstate games gold medals. So I did a lot as an amateur. And then, because of my injury, what I had sustained when I was younger, 16 years old, doctors told me you never fight.
Right.
Yeah. So but beating all the odds, I came back and I started actually as a one-arm fighter because I got offered a vehicle, a car, some bigger money because I was actually a fireman for 4 years, and then with that money that they offered me, and I said, listen, I can't be the same fighter as when I was an amateur. Guys, didn't matter at that time. But if you look at my career, from the beginning to like the 15 and 16 fights, we'll only see 2 knockouts. Because the Buffalo couldn't punch with the right hand. The right hand could only go to there. I couldn't because of this. And it was only until I went to and lived overseas in Texas, when I left for my career there, that I had the ultrasound and underwater treatments, the sands in the boxes, and I had to every day go through a therapy with my hand, which I started straightening it out. And then boom, 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 the guys start falling over under the Buffalo's pressure.
So did you feel you started to be a genuine contender for a title?
Yeah.
At what sort of age?
Oh, it's like I was like still 20 in the early 20s. Joined Don King, I was like fighting, and all of a sudden I get my break where I was gonna fight the cruiser. I was a cruiserweight, fighting the #1 contender in the IBF, Mike the Bounty Hunter, and the guy told me, you never fight this guy because this is a dangerous fighter. So I remember taking his fight 3 days notice in Reno, Nevada. I'm the undercard of some Tommy Morrison fought, undercard of him, and then beating the #1 contender, and then being offered from there George Foreman, the heavyweight. So from a cruiserweight, I go to heavyweight, and because of circumstances under not in my control, the Foreman fight didn't take place because I think he knew a Buffalo was a Buffalo.
And how old was George Foreman then?
George was like 41, 42, around there. Yeah, because
So you were baby both of you to his old age.
I was baby Buffalo. It was good opportunities. The Foreman fight never took place. I also had a fight against Tommy Morrison that never took place.
So were you actually working for Don King? Were you under his?
No. Back then I wasn't.
Right.
I was still just my own guy.
Right.
And with a good manager. And then eventually when I beat the #1 contender, then your name started moving around. So simultaneously, Don King and Bob Aaron became interested in the buffalo.